this live session of the November Crush It. Right. So for those of you who have just know me, my name is Kevin Chan. So I am an instructor. I am a consultant. I'm also a public speaker for the Joey Yap Consulting Group. So I've been featured quite a lot on the media. I know whether you can find me in NST, you can find me in the local TV. You know, I've been on Banama before. You know, all these places, and I've already authored 2 books: BaZi Road to Success, BaZi Road to Parenthood. So if you like reading book or you just plain like to support local author. When I said local, mean planet Earth. You know, I just write for planet Earth. So if you are locally from planet Earth, we are local. Buy a book from the local author. So today we are going to talk about the month of November, okay, of the Chinese calendar. So it is a Ting Hai. So it's read as Ting Hai, or you know, normal translation we call it a fire pig, right? Fire pig means siu yok, or you can call cha siu. That's fire pig. Right, so the pig have a clash with snake. So if this month your chart, any part of it have a snake inside, which is the Si, you will be having a bit of a changes on that particular area that you would need to manage. That is a clash, and or else for those who have tiger, we have a combination to deal with. So combination is the voluntary version of the change. Clash is a forced change. Combine is a voluntary change. So, you know, sometimes I like to give example of you wanting to buy a car. Okay, you want to buy a car, it's called a combine. You went into an accident and you need to replace the car, it's called a clash. Either way, you get a new car. All right, so that's how you understand whether clash and combine. Now, auxiliary star-wise, the pig carries the intelligence star for the year. Okay, so intelligence star has a lot to do with, in the olden days, it's strictly used for exam. Right, it's basically your ability to find a teacher. That is intelligence star. You'll be able to find somebody who is going to be able to point you to academic excellence. So a teacher that's going to teach you the tricks and also the rules of the exam hall, right? So that's basically your intelligence star. So it's a good month for you to start looking for a teacher, start a class, start learning. So it's basically, you know, things that are good with that, right? So you need to get your BaZi chart printed if you have not, right? So let me just move this along. So for 1 month in the Chinese calendar, it doesn't follow your English calendar, okay? So, you know, please don't go and try to ask, you know, on November is November. Right, so it's basically 7 until 6 December, right? But overall, most of the November month is basically inside of this. So don't don't get yourself too stressed out with this. You know, it's just a minor thingy, right? So it's basically month of November 2020 we are talking about. Okay, so get your BaZi chart printed. You know, this is the site that you go to have your BaZi chart printed. You have to have your BaZi chart printed, you know, because the difference between this session and all the normal session that you find outside there widely available is that they strictly talk about animal sign. So I don't talk about your animal sign. I will use day master as a point of reference, which is a much more representative or a much more easier to find information on the reading, on the entire reading. So, you know, those are the ones that you can take a look. And also, once you have BaZi chart printed, that is the filler that I need you to pay attention to, right? It is called the day master. So it's located on the day, the top of it, right? So that column is always highlighted in the plotter that you use, the Joey Yap plotter, right? It's always highlighted. So the rest of the box, you can basically ignore it. Okay, don't need to bother about the rest of the box, you know, you just need to know your day master. So I will go through all the 10-day master today and tell you, you know, what is the situation that you're going to be going through, and, you know, what are the things that you can basically be prepared in. So if you have any question that you like to ask, you know, here's the rule. Change your chat to the red color one. I think there's one chat mode which is called question. Change it to that. And what you have to do is that you need to provide me with your day master and also your month animal sign. That's the two information I need from you. I will only deal with your structure and what are the questions that you want to ask. You know, please don't go and ask things like, you know, I got a tiger inside my chart. You know, what's going to happen? I don't even know what you're going to do, so nothing's going to happen. It's like, you know, it's like right now asking, you know, oh, if this fella win in US and that fella win in US, what's going to happen? I don't care. I don't live in US. I don't deal with US. So, no, I don't know. Okay? So please, I don't know, when you ask a question, you know, please do ask something that's more representative to your situation so that I can handle your situation. Okay? Cool? Great. All right, so let's go on with it. So we always start with the Jia wood. So this is the symbol of the Jia wood or the Yang wood. So if you are a Yang wood person, understand that the Ting Hai, right? The Ting Hai would be translated to hurting officer and indirect resource for your chart, right? So this is the two predominant energy that come in to your chart today, right? So hurting officer is notorious for breaking things. They like to go against status quo. Right, so they like to expand. That's what hurting officer do. They always expand the thing and they always challenge the limit. So you can use the energy to break some barriers for yourself, you know, especially personal barriers. Previous thought that you have that you are limiting yourself, you can use this energy to basically push the limit out a little bit. Right, you can use that to do, right? So that's what hurting officer is basically for, right? So caution is, of course, you know, a hurting officer is notorious for going against rules and status quo. So you're gonna step on some people's feet. You're gonna step on some people's tail because there is gonna be a group of people who are there to protect the status quo. They may not agree with your expansion. They may not agree with the thing that you are trying to do. They may not agree with the things, you know, you want to call them arcane, old folk, you know, slow in thinking, whatever that you're thinking of, you know, they have their rules and regulation to, you know, things. So, you know, for those of you who are in Malaysia, if you are Jia wood, please do not flaunt the, you know, CMCO thingy, you know, don't go and challenge, you know, right now, you know, they have restriction over traveling across district, right? Please don't go and challenge it. You know, it's like to you, it's like, you know, it's okay, you know, I'm all right, you know, I want to travel, you know, then you don't have the necessary documentation, you don't have this. Now, this is the month that you don't play around with this kind of thing. Please, chances of you getting into trouble is basically there. Right, so some action that you might want to do is basically taking down walls. Taking down walls means that, you know, really identify what are the rules and regulations that does not serve you any more purpose. Okay, you would have created a lot of rules and regulation and barrier for yourself. All right, so identify those barriers. You sit down and please, you know, start to review that. Is my perception on this still valid and correct? Is my my old education on this is still valid and correct or not? Start to ask yourself those type of questions and, you know, start removing those burden, old belief that you have that is not serving any more purpose. It's time for you to build a new places, expand the place that you have, built a new wall, you know, around yourself. Okay, so please do that if you are the Jia wood person. So it's good for you to expand your territory this month. Be careful of stepping on some tiger, stepping on some people's foot, you know, running over some things, you know. So please do follow law. Remember rules and regulation. There's a component called law. There is a component called cultural, you know, obedience. So you can go against cultural obedience. That's fine, but please don't go against law. Okay. Right. So let's move on to the Yi wood, the softer guys inside the you know, the system. Right, so that you can take a look at. Right, so now Yi wood, if you want a graphical representation, or you want to imagine, it's like trimming. It's like you taking the grass cutter, you got a lawn, a lot of grass. Yi wood is basically grass. A lot of grass is growing, you know, uncontrollably. You come with a lawn mower and lawn mow everything. That is basically your Yeatwood situation for this particular month. So it's good for you to establish some discipline for yourself this month, right? So the Ting fire will translate to eating God for you, and high, the pig, will basically translate to direct resource for you. Now this combination is usually a good combination, eating God and direct resource. Both of them are highly intelligent star. In terms of energy composition, both of them are highly intelligent, which means that this particular month you actually have a lot of ideas. Right? It's a very good month for you to do problem solving. But here's the problem: a lot of ideas. Which one are you gonna do first? So that's why you need to establish some form of discipline for yourself. So the discipline actually comes from the Geng metal provided by the year, which is the direct officer. So direct officer is the one that does the controlling part of it. So that's why you have to build all of those, right? So what you are a bit of scared of is, of course, hesitation, because here's the thing: when you have a lot of choices, right, sometimes it makes the entire process of selection a little bit more difficult for people. Yes, you got choice, actually it's more difficult. But I always, I always advocate that better to have choice than to be in a situation whereby you got no choice. It's always better to have choice, but you need to have that discipline on how are you going to make choices, right? So create good habit for yourself. Now that you got choice, you need to start creating good habit. So a lot of people tell us, us, right, when is the best time to start a business? When you don't need the business. Do not go and start a business when you are in desperation of requiring an income. That's a bad time to start a business, right? So you always start your business when you completely do not need the income. So find a second income when you do not need a second income. That is when you go and start the thing. So this is where you start to build, because you got a lot of ideas coming in. You generate a lot of ideas, and the direct resource basically means that you'll be able to find a mentor that will assist you. Allow that to happen. Right, write down all the ideas that you have, all the ideas, bright, brilliant idea that you have. Write them all down. Get a mentor, sit down, talk to the mentor. This idea, how can be executed, how to execute this, how to execute this. Start executing them in a disciplined manner. Right, systemize execution of all the idea and see which one will fly. Right, that's the one that you want to concentrate on. Right, so if you are the Yeatwood particular person, do that, please. Okay, so that you will be able to benefit from that particular situation. Okay, right. So let's go on with it. Pink fire, and our pink fire is facing what we call a sunset. Okay, so you can see that when it goes into winter, this is when the fire energy is at the lowest. Right. So if you don't know, the snake carried the pink fire energy, so the pig clashes the snake. Actually, this month, pink fire is not going to be very happy. Right? It is like the mighty sun is going on a sunset. So that is the thing. And the pink fire right now come out replacing the mighty sun as the source of lights, as the, as the guidance light. So, here's the thing. People are not going to look towards you like how people are looking towards you last time. Okay? So, it's really, talking about, time to basically let go a little bit, right? So, it's time for you to seek new venture. Now, just remember, right? Sunset on one side is sunrise on the other side. Okay, you can see the perspective, right? One side sunset, the other side is basically sunrise. So, in actual sense, the sun never set. It's just the earth spinning. All right, you can know that, right? So that's why, please go and seek some new venture, seek some new thing right now. It's not time for you to, stay around and fight with people, right? So be cautious of losing interest, okay? So because people not giving you attention, right, you start to lose interest on the thing. Maybe there's really something that you're really good at, but just at this current moment, people are not interested, right? So like today itself, right? When I decided to do today's session, I was like, got people come. Because of what, right? I think most of you would have been stick on to, the election, they will be going to watch the election. Was like, got people come, right? So, okay, not bad, like 300 of you around. Right, the same thing now. No? The same thing is that, you know, the thing that you are doing that you're very passionate about. This month could be the month whereby, you know, you will not garner that particular attention anymore. But just because of that, don't just give up. No, just don't just leave. Lose the interest here. So what you want to do is just change your focus. Go do something else temporary. You know, January will come. You know, January will come. You know, the spring will come back, and you know, people will start to come back to you again. So it's all right. Winter, you know, winter, just go for a rest a bit. You know, go and do. Yes, sunset is romantic. Correct. Sunset is romantic. Right, Junli, you know, really, sunset is really romantic. Tessa, if you are losing connection, it will be on YouTube in about a week time. All right, so don't worry that you can watch the YouTube version. Right, so if not, I actually have some of the slide information on my Telegram. Just go to my Facebook page, join the Telegram group. You can basically get most of the information in there, right? This will be posted on the YouTube channel. Yes, it will be posted on the YouTube channel. So that's your ping fire, you know, so please don't be jaded over losing attention. Okay, so it's just a switch. So in terms of energy signature, so I just complete this. Is a Rockwell sitting on 7 killing. Right, Rockwell sitting on a 7 killing itself. So of course, you know, if you have 7 killing around, usually you are, you know, a bit on the fighting mood there, you know, just let go a bit. Right, let go a bit, you know, don't make yourself a bit too tense up. Okay, so let's take a look at the Ting Fire. Ting Fire always personal favorite because, you know, I'm Ren combined with Ting, so of course I always take care of Ting a little bit more than any other, right? So Ting Fire here, you know, the energy that is being presented right now is friends over direct officer. So it's friends over on direct officer energy. So anytime with the friends energy around, you know, you are talking about your ability to basically adjust to each other, see eye to eye. You know, a lot of time you can say that, you know, it's about, you know, helping each other. That's what you want to do. So for Ting Fire right now, it's time for you to start accepting help from people. Okay, Ting Fire sometimes is notorious for self-sacrificial. They are quite notorious for, you know, having this self-sacrificing energy that they have, you know. So you imagine a furnace that need to be continuously burned. That furnace, you need to feed wood into it, right? So you need to allow someone to come in and help put wood into it so that you guys can continue to burn. And, you know, if you have been following, the past few months has been quite intense months for the Ting Fire. The energy for the past few months is very intense. And if you do not start accepting help and you still hold on to that, you know, I can do it attitude, you know, I scared that you didn't put enough firewood inside, you know, you will finish burning before the end of the year, right? So just be careful of that, okay? Right, so those are the ones that you are going to be taking a look at, you know. Of course, you know, when you're talking about, you know, accepting help, you also please don't be overly dependent, right? So you still need to learn how to take care of yourself a little bit, taking care, which means that, you know, if there's work coming to you, don't mind sending some of the work out, you know. Don't be like, you know, all the work is mine, you know, especially during this particular period, you know. So a lot of people is having the mentality that, you know, I need to grab all the work so that I feel that I am in use, you know. They are scared that, you know, they may be, you know, what you call being removed by people just because you've seen that you are not contributing. That's not the case, right? So it's time for you to basically get help and, you know, have everybody help each other, right? So if you need help, a lot of time I tell people, right, you need help, you have to raise your hand and help people. It's like in the swimming pool. How does the lifeguard know that you need help? You stay quiet and sink down to the bottom, or the lifeguard know that you need help, right? So no, you need to struggle, you need to scream, help, I cannot swim, help, I'm drowning. You have to do that. You know, you have to do that. You know, it's not the responsibility on the other party to come and find out that whether you need help. It's never the other party responsibility. If you need help, it's your responsibility. You are fully responsible in seeking help for yourself, right? It's not the other party. It's not, oh, why other people are not concerned over my situation, right? They are not obligated to concern, but you need to come out and basically seek help to be. Once you seek help, there you see that people will be more happy than to come help you. Cool, right? So fellow Ting Fire, please do take care of yourself a little bit, okay? So worth, right? So just now, who do you have, which is worth? You know, this is basically for you. So worth and energy, direct resource energy sitting on indirect wealth. So indirect wealth is about opportunity of, you know, making it a big jump. Is about opportunity, is about certain money. Okay, so direct resource again is, as the name suggests, it is basically going to have people coming in assisting you in realizing your what you call your opportunity there, right? So, you know, I would like to borrow this easily because now the worth has a lot to do with property, So in like building a building right now, last time we laid the building brick by bricks. That's how the conventional way to do it. Right now, you guys know that, you know, there are companies who can prefab and even 3D print a building. Is real. 3D printing building is real. Okay, so, you know, new solution here. You know, there's a new solution. There's a new area whereby you can. So if you're worth, you will start to see opportunity in the thing that you are doing. There are going to be new solution going in. There's going to be new way of getting things done, and you will have access to resources to basically attempt that new things that you want to do. Okay, so but here's the thing: in attempting anything new, you know, you need to build a good foundation first. So be careful of you know, foundational. Same with 3D printing, right? It look viable right now, you know, but there's a lot of foundational things that it need to be done. So you need to basically, you know, go on that. You know, go a little bit slower. Right? But please do move forward towards it. Now, worth is notorious for not moving. They are notorious for not moving. Right? You know, their attitude is like, you know, oh, if the thing is supposed to be mine, it will come to me. No, no, don't do that. Okay, so you need to move towards that idea. You need to move towards those resources. You need to get the entire thing started. It's okay to be slow. Nothing wrong with being slow, you know, but if you're not going forward at all, other people might come and take everything away. Just remember that, okay? That is for your worth, right? So G-Earth. Let's take a look at G-Earth right now. G-Earth, right? So what is the G-Earth energy getting about? You have indirect resource on the top. Now, indirect resource is synonymous for intuition. So a lot of time you have the drive to basically do things based on your gut feel. So a lot of gut feel is around there, and amazingly, you're sitting on direct wealth. Okay, so direct wealth has to do with the energy of being responsible, hardworking. So you're gonna be able to know that this is the right thing to do. Okay, you're gonna have that sort of attitude. This particular month, this is going to be the right thing to do. You know, so follow your guts. You know, if you feel that it is a right thing for you to do, you know, please go ahead, do it. Right, nothing wrong with that. You know, put in the effort. You know, all the thing. Now, if you understand about Day Master, G-Earth is one of the more giving Day Master giving. Okay, so that's what the earth, farming soil of the earth is all, you know, is about giving people. So don't be too generous. Right, so now here's the thing, right? I give the what you call the image of a ship burning, and you are the small little rescue boat. So you see the opportunity here to rescue some people in the water. Don't forget, you are a little boat. The one that is burning is a big ship. So, you know, you can't rescue everybody. So that's why I said that, you know, don't be overly generous. Be practical with your own capability. All right. So even if your gut feel say that, you know, this is a good thing for you to do, please look at your own capability first. Look at your own resource first. Look at your own self first. Can sustain or not? Right. So the normal example I always give to people is that, you know, for those people who like to rescue stray animal, you know, you rescue the stray dog, you know, very noble, really great. But when you have 230 of them in your house, it's not noble anymore. You're getting yourself into a bit of a trouble. Okay, cool. All right, that is basically your G-Earth. So let's move on to the Gung Metal, Gung Metal, the tough guy of the group. So you are given direct officer is what you are given inside the month. Okay, so that is the top. So direct officer has to do with authority expansion. So the difference between direct officer and 7 killing, I just want to tell you because later the sin metal will go into 7 killing. Direct officer is given power, is appointed. Okay, direct officer is basically appointed. So it's like your elected president is an appointed. 7 killing is taken power. So one have a very strong attacking force. The other one is a little bit more passive. So direct officer is basically given power. So now this month you are given the power. So when you're given the power, your job is to say thank you, take the power, and execute as per what people has given to you, right? So now of course there's going to be a bit of a disagreement on it. You are sitting on the eating god. Actually this month nothing much big like eating god, direct officer, they are all very very nice energy. It's just that just remember, right, the year Geng Zi, the Zi is hurting officer, right? So because the Zi is inside the year, so it's usually is public resentment over the month energy. So this year maybe a bit difficult to retain the power. So there's going to be external disagreement happening over their appointment of you as a whatever work is being appointed to you. Okay, so you need to be a little bit more transformational this particular year. So your ability to adaptability, and you guys know that the Geng Metal is a bit lousy in adapting themselves lah. Okay, without a certain number of pressure onto it, it's very difficult to shape the Geng Metal. So it is good for you yourself to be able to do the adaptation on your own rather than waiting for external hammer to come and adapt you. Cool, right? So for the Geng Metal, got power, make necessary adjustment to basically utilize the power. Okay, outside people got things talking about you, just ignore them for a while, but do take into consideration what's the advice that they are talking about. Okay, so you need to make your adjustment. You need to make your changes on your own. Right, so sin metal is going to be a little bit more uncomfortable. Okay, so you know that now, so first of all, understand that sin metal are the fragile, more soft of the metal. Right, so they actually do not really have very high resistance. So when the 7 killing come in, is like a force change. Right, so just remember, I give a picture of a gemstone being carved, how the entire process of basically carving a gemstone. All right, so very painful process as your entire stone get chipped away part by part. Get polished away part by part, so those are the ones. So of course changes is going to be freaking uncomfortable, and some of the changes you may not agree with it some more. So again, the pig carried the hurting officer energy. So hurting officer is quite anti status quo, rules and regulation, so you are in a little bit of a fighting spirit, but the changes might be good for you, although it's a forced change. So take the commitment, from a piece of a raw gem to be able to pass to the what you call master cover, to be able to change you into a proper gemstone that can be set onto a jewelry. That process is very difficult. A lot of things get cut away, a lot of things get chipped away, a lot of polishing is basically being done. Yes, it's not going to be comfortable, but the end process may be worth it. So that's why, please make the commitment that I will go through this journey of change. Right? It's a healthy month for you to basically do this. All right, so please do that. All right, so Run Water, personal favorite, because I'm Run Water. So Run Water, finally, entire years of seeing almost no fire. This year finally see the fire. Now this month finally see the fire, Ting fire. So it's a combined month. So Run and Ting is basically a combined month. Right, so finally haven't combined. and you are seeing direct wealth. So your effort will basically be recognized this particular month, right? So and then you'll be sitting on the friend star. So now friend star is all about sharing. It's all about sharing. So this month is all about assisting other people. Yeah, you have been recognized for the thing that you are doing, whatever it is, success is here, your effort, is being whatever, share a bit of it to other people, assist other people to come out as well. Run water people are usually quite notorious for banding together, band together, right? That's what water do, water like to band together, right? That's it. So, be caution of, if you're seeking appreciation, then that might be a bit of a problem. Okay, some people who receive help from you might not appreciate it. It's fine. So tell that you are doing it for yourself, right? Not doing it for other people. That will be something that you want to basically do, right? So now in terms of the picture, is like a boat ship that has been on the sea for a very, very long time. Finally, they identify the land. So it is a situation of, the guy on the top of the sail pole, and then, with the eye, and then see that, hey, captain, land ho! Yeah, finally you found some destination. Entire year of, floating around the sea, of, no here, no there, everything doesn't seem to work very well. Right now, finally land ho. Right, so it's time to take the crew all to the the land that you have found. Now, here's the thing, right? When you take the crew to the land that you have found, some of the crew may decide not to continue the journey with you anymore. So that's the part of it that not appreciated. You may lose some crew member once you land whole, resupply. Of course, you have a destination that you want to go. So some of the crew member might just tell you that, I had enough of this, I don't want to continue with this anymore, right? But I just feed you. It's okay. Which means that, they may take some of the benefit that you are given to them, and then they might just run away. So it's fine. It's okay. Do it for yourself. That journey is basically for you anyway. If they are not going to come with you, then it's fine. You don't need to force them to come. Right, so let's talk about Kui water. Kui water is, you're facing with indirect wealth sitting on rock wealth. So every time you sit on rock wealth, you need to have the mentality of competition coming in. Competition basically coming in to try to take things away from you. That is usually the signal of a rock wealth. So it's about intense competing with people. Okay, so start a learning conversation with people. If your competitor is coming in, right, there's two things that you can do. One is waste your time in fighting the competitor. Number two is that, try and see what angle that they are coming in from. Understand your competitor. Okay. Now, so a lot of time, right, when we talk about, here's the thing, why do people compete so intensely? Is because they think that that is the only thing in the world. That's why you compete in a very intense manner, right? So, but if you have the mentality of emptying the cup, all right, so if you have that, so which means that you often come with an empty cup, and when your competitor come and try to take, what is there to take in an empty cup? Nothing to take in the empty cup. So end up you are taking things from your competitor, right? So that is the mentality that I want to come for you, so that you understand that, please don't see the other guy as competitor. Okay, do not see the other guy as competitor. See the other guy as somebody who's going to come and enrich you. I'm going to empty my cup first. I'm going to sit down and allow your water to fill up my cup. All right, so don't be affected by other people, right? So, it's about, Kui water, very temperamental, very sensual, very easily affected by the people around you. So you need to be careful of how they are, assisting. So, your action, learn and discard, entire idea of emptying the cup before entering the room, because if your cup is full, you can never, put anything on top of it. I think you guys, would have understand that particular idea. So, a competitor cannot come and compete when you have nothing for them to talk. Okay, So instead of using them instead of labeling them as your competitor, label them as somebody who's going to come in and give you fresh information on the market. Right? So if they are going to compete with you, right, here's the thing, you are doing something right. Else they won't be competing with you. Okay? Can? Right, so that's basically your quick water. So if you want some notes to be downloaded, please go. Okay, so wow, now they're even putting when they are releasing it on YouTube. So YouTube is on 7 November. So it's about 3 days later. For those of you who are miss out the entire session, please go to YouTube on the 7th November to take a look at it. Right. So let me just stop the slide first, and go back to the big screen, and you can see my green screen at the back. So unfortunately, the webinar jam don't have background. Why? Webinar jam should have background. Let me just scroll down and see some of your questions and see what I can do on your question. Broadcast a question. So Joel Tan here. So Wu Shi. So it's a Wu Day Master. Month is Geng Wu, right? So it's a Wu month. Okay, so Wu on a woman. So it's basically a hurting officer structure. So what do you want to do with a hurting officer structure? What are the challenges that may I anticipate at work and next month? Hurting officer with a coming resource star. Actually nothing much because the pig and the horse doesn't actually interact a lot. It doesn't really have a big interaction. So pretty much quite okay if you take a look at the month of the energy. So what you can do is you can use the energy of the resource star to basically check your hurting officer. Check means that resource is factual. Hurting officer usually no factual one. Balance between the thing that you are presenting to people with the things that is given to you, the factual side of it. So it's good month for you to do fact check, right? Check the thing that you have been telling people right now. What is the factual side of the thing? Cantonese 講 don't just 吹水 right? Sun Kyung, let's take a look at Sun Kyung, a pretty long question. Ting Day Master, Ting you with a you man. So let's just take a look at it, right? So let me just find back the thing first. Right, so thing with a you man. So the you basically is your wealth. So you're basically a wealth structure person. You want to get a new role and have a year in my year 2021 project plan proposed approved by management. How can I get what I want? Sun Kyung, that is basically a achievement question. It's not a BaZi question. Okay, so you want to get something done, you need to strategize for it. Okay, so that is what you want to do, right? So a wealth star meeting a officer star, that's good. Okay, so direct officer with your wealth star around, there are going to be authority coming in to basically assist you. You are given some form of authority this month. But here's the thing, right? With the friend star sitting on top, right? Get ready to share authority with people. Okay, so if you're handling a project, then, be a bit more flexible and supportive of the project team. Right, so a lot of time is that, if you're going to head a project or you're going to do a project right now, is that it's about collaborative effort. You are not the person. No, when you're talking about project, right, they are not your staff. A project don't work with staff. A project usually work with a peer group. So learn how to collaborate with people. That's what you want to do, right? So I would highly encourage you to go and get a achievement consultant if you want some strategy for what you are doing. All right. So Paul Chin. Let me take a look at Paul Chin. Paul Chin. How does the rainwater affect by Ting Fire? Now told you about the rainwater already. You can just go back and watch the rainwater part on the YouTube. Right, Winnie Leong, Sin High Day Master, so you got a Sin Day Master. All right, Sin Day Master, get ready to be transformed this month. All right. 庚寅month, oh, yin month, combined month, good combined month. Digital marketing, how can I excel in my career? Got nothing to do with your digital marketing. Right. So we need to be very frank, right? 1 month you cannot excel in your career. Career in Excel, you better do a 1-year plan. If you're not in Thrive, you might want to join Thrive, right? 1 month is really not enough for you to do any career excelling, right? So within the month, now if you want to use a month energy, right, you actually need to already know your long-term plan, year plan. A month energy, you need to concentrate on what is the step inside my entire plan that particular month will be conducive for you to do. Right, so now if you talk about have a yin month, yin high is basically a combined situation. So there is gonna be people coming in to assist you in your work. Combining always is external party coming in to give you some assistance, right? So accept it, accept the existence, right? So Geng Yin rock wealth, maybe your competitor coming in, and you find out that your competitor is actually better than you. Your competitor is actually doing things more competent than you. Now you are forced to swallow a bit of a humble pill. You have to quickly do a change. Right? So that's what the entire thing is about. You have to do a drastic change of whatever that you are doing to match your competitor. Okay? So again, right, a lot of time, when people see competitor coming in, right, they say, oh, why does this person come in and compete and take my thing? You need to take a look at it at a broader sense that your competitor can come in and take your thing because you were incompetent in the first place. If you are competent in the first place, your competitor cannot come in. Right? So, it's like, what do the big platform do to small provider like WhatsApp? They buy you over. you don't see Facebook competing with them. They just buy. Okay, right? If there's no help and no one to ask, where got no one to ask one? Amira, there are no situation in this world where got no one to ask. Right? You're not living on an island. Okay, there's no such thing as no one to ask. Go and ask. Trisha Lim, Day Master is Ping Yang Fire, right? So Ping Yang Fire. Let's take a look at the Ping energy. Sunset, rock wealth is coming in. Man is Wu Yang Earth. Wu Yang Earth should be Wu Yang Earth. Which one? Yang Earth, there's 2 versions of it. What's the animal? Okay. Trisha, I don't know what's the animal for your Yang Earth. Yang Earth, there's 2 versions of it. Okay. Right. So see which one. Wu Shit is also Yang Earth. Wu Chen is also Yang Earth. Okay. Cannot decide if you want to accept VSS or continue to work during this period. So this one is very easy, ma. How long does the VSS is gonna last you? Can you get a second income stream up after the VSS? Okay, right, Trisha. No, back to the same question. Now, you need the work for what? Nobody around the world like work. Okay, we like the money. We never like the work. So ask yourself, you need the money for what? How long can your money last? Can you start a second income in the time before the money run out? Right. So that's why if you have already build a second income stream before you need it, VSS is great. Right? Eileen, let's take a look at Eileen, right? Ren Day Master month is Ren Zi. Oh, okay, very strong rock wealth energy. How is my career luck this month as I sense increased tension in the office? Everybody office also intense tension now. What's wrong with it? Right, so you have the direct wealth together, right? So now here's the thing, right? what you call your rod wealth structure. Now, rod wealth structure, people are not to say anything. Rod wealth people structure like to look for shortcut. They are usually quite lazy. Okay, so stop being lazy in the first place. In the first place, stop being lazy, stop being reliant, stop trying to push things to other people, stop doing all these things first. So, because you do have the wealth star in this month, right? So take a bit more responsibility, assist other people in. If you see that the other party is really cannot take it anymore, you might want to just go there and offer your help to take a little bit off their plate. Right? So that's what you want to do. It's good to be generous this month for the rainwater people, right? So very rare that you get the wealth star in this particular area. Okay, so Mozefa, day master is Keng, month is rabbit. Okay, rabbit. Keng with rabbit direct wealth. Want to pay attention for diminishing sleep clash in hour. Don't care about your hour clash, right? So it doesn't really matter about that. Right, so Keng, let's think about Keng quite okay ma. You got your officer star. If you are direct wealth right now, with the eating god star, the month is pretty much quite okay in terms of problem solving, having the authority to basically solve problem, and being a direct wealth person, you already have that natural responsibility inside you. Month is basically pretty much quite okay lah. Nothing big at all. Snake clash in the hour, change in your inner thoughts. All right, so that's basically going to influence the inner thoughts changes. Right, Arena here, right? What are the risks of you helping other but only get backlash? Why do you help other and you expect them to thank you? So again, tell you already, man. You help people, don't expect people to thank you. It's like you walking by, you have some spare change in your pocket after you have eat your great meal. The person give you change, you got a lot of coins inside your pocket. Suddenly a lot of coin, and then you see a beggar around. You take all your coin here because it is heavy. You don't want it. You put it all inside the beggar's bowl. What do? You stand there and beggar thanks me for giving all my coin to you. You don't do that, you walk off. If you're going to help anybody, help them in a way that you know that they're not going to be able to help you back. Do that. Truly just go out and help people. To me, it's very simple. Help them with things that you will not get lost. So to me, I always dispense knowledge to people. Knowledge is free. I got plenty. I'm a rather smart person. I got plenty of knowledge. I can keep on giving knowledge to people, and it will not diminish my intelligence. Right? So of course, if you keep on throwing money at people, right, you run out of money. So depending on what sort of help are you rendering to people, right, Rina? But the basis point is that if you're gonna put all your coin in your pocket onto the beggar bowl, you don't expect the beggar to thank you. Christina, Peng Yin, okay, so Xing Yu, okay, cool. Kui Chou Ye, okay, 100% raw well, but just cut away my salary and adding work hour, which means that you still have a salary lah. Is it a good month to explain to her that it's not a fair deal? Even if it's not a fair deal, what do you have as a bargaining chip? Right. Now, you guys, if you are going into any negotiation situation, ask yourself, what is your bargaining chip first? Do you even have a bargaining chip to bargain with people? If you don't have bargaining chip, there's nothing as fair. The company is not yours. Christina, start with company is not yours. What do you mean by fair? Right? Did they pay you your salary last month? Yes, right? It's fair. Okay? You are there to solve their problem. You are there to work. If you don't like the arrangement, go and see if someone else will offer you the same arrangement. Okay? No one owe you a meal, right, Christina? Just get that part of it into you first before you try to go and nego with people. Okay. Marcus, kui ma wa kui. All right. In water, when Rockwell come with the competition as mentioned, does it mean that I will have lots of challenges in landing a job from the job interview? And Marcus, so again, right, what do you expect? People roll over and give you a job. They also need a job left, right? Survival of the fittest in terms of interview. Do you know more about the company than the other party? Are you prepared for the interview? Do you know who your interviewer is? Did you, make any sort of checking over the interview? Interviewer, are you friend with the interviewer? I don't know. How many people inside the company do you know? All these kind of things, all come into play. Okay, with the conversation, willing to formulate, being humble during the interview. Actually, in the interview skill set, being humble is not really a good thing. You need to know how to highlight your uniqueness. Okay, not boast, highlight. To learn so that I can gain advantage over the competitor. Willingness to learn also is not important in an interview. Your ability to clearly identify your employer's problem and applying a suggestion to solve the problem. So if you want to be successful in your interview, you need to be able to probe your employer on what is the immediate problem that they want to solve and how can you come in and be part of the solution. That's what you want to do in your interview. Okay, it's not being humble, right? It's not to worry about, there's going to be people coming in for interview. Of course, you're going to have competitor like, hello, come on, right? Do that. Right, gain advantage for competitor achievement. Go and study the chart at the hour of interview. So if you can know where is the particular guy sitting, where is he backing, you already know roughly what's the hell is the agenda. Work with the agenda. Okay? Work with the agenda. Lisa, let's take a look at Lisa one, right? Ren Chen Man, yes, hello, fellow Ren. Jiazi, right? Already explained just now. A good month to start a new job. If you got a job, it's a good month. Hey guys, really, the economy right now is in such a bad time. If you still have a job, right? Pretty good. You're pretty good already. You're pretty good and don't complain anymore. Right? If you still have a job, if you still have a income stream coming in, start building a second one. Serious, your after hour work, you better start. Okay. 几day master, 几 day master with a 认知 pillar, right? So 几时 and 认知 is a wealth structure. Okay, wealth structure is pretty much quite okay. Wealth structure people usually very difficult to die one, and particularly it is also a wealth with direct officer month, pretty much quite okay actually. Right, so this sort of combination basically is quite all right. So is what we call a half seasonal frame, with the things, and you're basically going into the full month of wealth stuff. So a bit busy, I would say that it's a bit of a busy month. So busy month is good, no? So again, right, at this current moment, right, please, it is not a time for you to seek easy. It's basically if you have things to do, be happy. Okay, AL, right? So hour is 几位, don't want to know about your hour. Day is 无子, so it's a 无 day master. Month of 庚辰, so it's a dragon month. All right, so it's going to be a friend structure. Okay, how can I get tenants for my property fast? Now again, right, now things like, how can I get tenants or whatever it is, right? Your Bazi chart have zero bearing on that. Right? It is the agent that you use to do the thing. You don't have any listing, my brother. Okay, you have 0 listing in terms of tenant. Who has the listing? The agent has it. Who has the contact? The agent has it. Okay, no viewing for agent for quite long, so you know what to do lah. Cha the agent. Cha the agent, right? So the one that you want to do right now is to fire the agent, get another agent. Simple as that only, man. All right. So that one you might want to use a combination of feng shui and also qi to get that done. Okay. Vincent Dean, currently unemployed for half a year. Okay. Unemployed because there was really no job out there, or unemployed because you choose not to accept the job. Okay, so I still see a lot of people employing. All right, don't tell me no job. All right, so day pillar Fu Yin. So what is your day pillar anyway? Month pillar is Yi High. So you're having a Grand Duke in the month, follow from your daily balance. That currently 6 lakh pillar. 6 lakh pillar is basically already retirement. Already. My question is tonight is because of high come this month. Every single month, the November is also high one, so you don't really need to be too what's your, I didn't get what is your day master, right, Vincent? I don't know what is your day master. It seems like there's no day master here. I only know that you are Yi High in terms of your month pillar. Okay, so I do need your day master to do something about this. Okay. Thing with Ren is consider good relationship. Amira, just quickly give you Amira. The question that you are asking is equivalent to haven't asked any question yet. Ting and Ren in Chinese metaphysics is called a combine. But that information is of no use until I know what you want to do. Okay? Sheena. Let's take a look at it. Sheena, Yang Water Day Master Dragon for month. I have a house that desperately want to sell, possible to get better interest and sell. Again, Sheena, you want to sell a house. The key is the agent, is not you. You have 0 bearing over selling the house. And you want to sell the house, just find what is the last transaction, give you a 30% discount. Right, so the normal one that we tell people, you list it at $2 definitely can sell one. So your problem is not selling the house. Your problem is not selling the house. All right, so get your problem correct first. So your problem is most likely going to be the agent that represents you, nothing else. Claire C here. Our day master is Geng Metal. Fire horseman is Yang Earth, water, rat. Yang Earth, water, rat. Also is Zi lah. Okay. Just put the month, rat will be enough already. So Geng with Zi, hurting officer structure. Let me just check for you. Hurting officer structure, not very friendly. Hurting officer structure with a direct officer top, not very friendly, being repressed. So again, like Claire, I don't know what you want to do. What opportunity should I focus on, or obstacle should I be mindful of in this month? Obstacle can be like a lot of obstacle. Opportunity can also be a lot super amount of opportunity. So unless I know what you want to do, cannot give you an answer. Right? But in terms of structure, why direct officer coming in with your hurting officer, your main structure is being repressed by demand. Okay, so which means that it's not going to be fun. All right, so Jiazi Day Master. So finally we found a Jia, right? Finally we got a Jia. Let's take a look. Jiazi Day Master, pick in DE, don't care about your DE. Does it mean that the month will be relatively boring for me? No. Doesn't have anything to do with boring month. It's still gonna be a hurting officer month. So Oscar, please be a bit careful of stepping on people's tail, right? Trung Wei Yuan. Let's take a look at Trung Wei Yuan here. Sin Day Master with rat in month. How can I help me find income from my side gig or start a new job? I don't know what side gig that you are doing. First of all, Trung. And second thing, I don't know which part of your side gig is not working. So I just give you a brief description. Are you having problem of finding leads, which means you got no warm body to talk to? Or are you having problem or don't know what to talk to the warm body? So which means that your offer or your pitching may have problem. Or are you having problem of after talking to the warm body doesn't know how to handle rejection or doesn't know how to handle objection from them? Are they buying from you and you cannot deliver the goods to them? So I don't know which part of your business is having problem. So not able to give you a firm answer until I know where is your problem. There's no such thing as, I want to be successful in my side gig, but the hell, I don't know how my entire side gig process is running. If you don't know that, get a business plan done for yourself first. That would be the first thing that I would like you to do. What is the implication of a Wu Chen Day Master Geng Chen Man? Again, when you're asking things like what is the implication, I don't know what you want to do. Right now, normal example I give people, what's the implication of having a bag of cooking flour on the table? You try and give me an answer and see. I don't know. Even if I'm Gordon Ramsay, I can't tell you what the hell that cooking flour is going to do until I know what you want to do, Adeline. Right? So the way that you ask the question need to be in an answerable manner. So we know that you're going to take some action. Hey, this is my plan. This is what I'm expecting to do. And how does the energy is going to affect my plan and the thing that I'm doing? That is a good question. Like you're asking question right now is that, actually, I don't know what the hell I want to do. I don't know what the hell is happening and how is the energy going to affect me? Doesn't matter. Okay? Let's take a look. What else do we have? Look like a lot of repeat a question. Gina Chai here, 新师 Day Master, so you have a Sin Day Master, Yit Hai Man, so you're gonna have a what we call a Grand Duke one. So when the same animal sign meet the same animal sign, the terminology is called Grand Duke. Okay, it's just a terminology. Okay, is it a good month to attract more fans to my coaching business? Yes, it's a hurting officer month. Hurting officer month is a perfect month to let people know what do you have to offer. Hurting officer is notorious for grabbing attention. So please just do it in the correct manner. Don't spam people. Okay, do not spam people. So which means that if you have spoken to this particular group of people about the offering already, right? No point getting the same group of people in and tell them about the same freaking offer. The first time that they hear you already. Okay? This is the entire idea of pitching to the same person again and again. It's not good. Don't do that. Okay? Right? So people understand what you are, trying to do. First time you communicate with them, they already know what you are offering. That's enough already. Okay? Don't go and do that. But it's a good month for you to basically expand your thing. Hurting officer month is really, really good month for expansion. Just do it in a correct manner. Okay? Amanda, the Earth with month of Chen dragon. All right, okay. The Earth with month of Chen. So it's a rock wealth structure. Work from home is making me feeling so helpless. Companion structure doesn't really like to be isolated. Not sure what's wrong with myself. Energy seems low. Companion star doesn't like isolation. That's very normal. And you are a Earth, some more Earth, even more stubborn. My career is on the rocky boat. I'm already doing good. Energy seems to be low. In today's term, get into more Zoom call. Yeah, really, just get into more Zoom call. You know, even for me, you know, you see that I always, you know, go and do a little bit more of this silly interview nowadays. Right, the other day the four of us just came together, you know, me, Mindy, James, and also Sokfan, you know, just suddenly just came together, you know, let's do a live. Why not? You know, just get a few of your friends together, you know, go on Zoom and, you know, have a bit of a rubbish chat with each other. You need human interaction. That's it, Amanda. Right? A companion's chart person often need human interaction. They need the validation from people. So yeah, work from home is going to be quite tough for a companion star people. Right? Do that. Okay. So get some human interaction. Right? Just because it's work from home doesn't mean cannot now. Right? So go and get in some Zoom call and, you know, just talk a bit of rubbish with each other, keep on, you know, things like that. You know, if you can do a live session, just do a live session. Don't be shy, it's okay, right? 癸丑 month is 壬子 friend star, year is 辛巳, so it's going to have a clash of year. What can I focus on to handle, expand job scope in November? So Qing Qing, what do you plan to do? Right, expand job scope in November. What do you plan to do? Okay, so you know that you have a month. This month basically is clashing on your social pillar, so definitely wouldn't ask you to go and do social stuff. Okay, so concentrate on your job then, right? So got indirect wealth there, you know. Try and look at, I would say that try and look at what your nearest, who you call competitor, is doing and do a little bit better than them. Observe what your competitor is doing, do a bit better than them, which means, you know, the closest example I can tell you is that if your competitor, your colleague is doing an hour worth of OT, you do 1.5 hour OT. If he's taking a little bit more responsibility, you also take a little bit more than the other person's responsibility. That's what you do. Don't think it's difficult. Okay. Aussie, let me take a look, right? Aussie. Day master is yin, fire, snake ting lah, right? Ting si. Yang, fire, tiger. Good is a combine. Okay, What should I focus on to avoid this month in invest? Is investing good in this month? Aussie again, right? Your chart actually doesn't help in investment. How many people is buying the same asset? You tell me. Whose chart should I look at? Whose chart basically going to drive the price? Yeah, you know, any asset that you're investing in, right? Whether it's a property, whether it's a share, right? You tell me how many people is buying the same share. Why should I read your month, right? So that's why, you know, you need to put in a little bit of logic inside reading. There's no such thing as good investment from your chart. Okay, it doesn't work. It do not work at all. Right, so Yang, fire, horse. If your hour is already horse, I highly do not recommend you to do any investment this entire year. Okay. Lina. Hey, day master is Sin. Month is good. Sin Wei. Resource. Okay, resource a good. A resource is actually a good. Resource means it's a good month for you actually. If you are Sin and a resource. Okay. At least the transformation is a bit more easier for you. This month, I will be negotiating with my employer regarding my not to be able to attend work for the foreseeable future due to health condition. Okay. How can I get the best outcome should my contract be cancelled? Okay, and also what is my best strategy, government support agency I recover? So Lina, I think first question you need to ask yourself right now is that, you know, if not being able to attend work means physically cannot go to work, or you are not able to contribute to the organization. If you cannot contribute to the organization already, you cannot be blaming the organization for canceling your contract. Okay, again, right, an organization do not have obligation to float you. You need to understand first. So, but if you are able to still contribute to the situation, right? So you're able to contribute to the particular situation, but it's just that physically you're not able to attend to work, go to work, but you're still able to submit your work to your organization. That is a different situation you are taking a look at. So you need to basically take a look at the situation first, okay? So, but no, so again, right, be a bit more practical, right? If you are not contributing to the organization got no obligation to keep you afloat. Okay, it's very simple. The same thing also, if the organization cannot float, right, it also have no obligation to keep you afloat. So a lot of industry is shutting down right now, especially like aviation. You cannot be asking that why the aviation is not taking care of me. It's like, they can't even take care of themselves. Right? It's very difficult. Right, day master is run. What are the challenges besides not appreciated by other? Hermie, again, this sort of question, I can't answer you unless I know what you're going to do. Right, so it's like telling me I have a bag of flour on the table. What else can I cook with it? A lot of things. I don't know what you want to cook. Right, Serene. Day master is Peng. Man is Geng. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll be able to get a job soon. Quick answer is going to be no. Next month, you're going to have a clash. Right, Serene. So again, right, there's actually plenty of job out there that I know. A lot of people is looking for people, and they tell me very difficult to hire because, you guys got a lot of requirement. So how it's not that there's no job out there, is that you guys don't want the job. Now, very normal, right? I've advised big time CEO before, if you think you are worth it, if you think that your contribution is really great, right? Cut your salary in half first. Ask the person to hire you. Really, just tell them, this is my normal rate. I'm going in at half the rate, and I'm going to do all this thing to contribute to your company. Make sure your company revenue go into this particular number. When I hit that number, I expect you to pay me everything back. Simple lah. You go inside, you tell them that, I will turn your company into a 10 million company. But after I've done that already, I want 1 million as my compensation. Do you think the company got any problem with that? But if you don't have this sort of skill set, right? People want to hire. Now people are hiring people who can bring revenue into the company. If you do not have the skill set to bring revenue into the company, I'm a bit sorry. Very difficult. Okay. Lily Chan, Ping Fire. Man is Ting Fire You. So it's basically a well-structured person. Intend to venture into stock and share investment. Any advice? Don't have, go and learn and stock and share investment. So Lily, fast advice for you is that stock and share investment is a percentage return game. Capital not big enough, no point. Okay? So investment is all a capital gain. If you are able to maintain, let's say, a 10% return rate, if you got $1 million capital, then your annual return is 100,000. It makes sense for you to live off 100,000. If you only got 10,000, annual return for 10% is 1,000. You would die. You can do that, right? So you just need, actually stock investment, you only need 2 numbers only. What is my return rate? That you can only attain, unfortunately, maybe after 1 to about 200 trade that you have done, you should be able to know what is your maintainable return rate. Second thing is just to multiply the return rate by your capital. That would give you a very strong decision whether you can survive in the share market or not. Don't need to read chart on that one. Right, J Lim, right, Kui Yin De, Kui, Bing Bing Yang month, right? 12. About your career month. So Ajay, again, don't know what you want to do. I need to know what exactly you want to do before I can advise you, right? Any, right? Any. Day master is 12. Yang water. Man is Ren Yang water. What is the animal sign? Ren is Yang water, I know, but what is the animal sign? Transfer to a new office. Nothing wrong with transfer to a new office. Now, any quick answer to you. Transfer to a new office, you need to understand the office feng shui, not your chart. If you're going to a new place, understand the feng shui first. Okay? All right. Let me just do this and that's it. Day master is Xing Chou. Man is Ji Chou. Chou. Wow, so many Chou your chart. Well, next year is going to be like, so happy, man. What should I focus on? How to improve relationship or to find nobleman? So, Ling Gui again, right? You want to improve relationship to do what? You want to find nobleman to do what? Okay? Now, those are the things. But you got so many Chou. Next year is going to be like super grand deal for you. Ling Gui, if you are not in Thrive, I do advise you to go and sit down with a consultant and understand what is your grand do, right? Wow. Okay, last one, Tasha. Yin fire pig. Okay, good. Day master. And my new lady boss is Yin fire snake. Okay, this month is a Duke month for me. So now you see your day master, your day pillar talk about your personal romantic relationship. So you give me your day, you give me the day, it doesn't explain on the working condition of both of you. So that information is basically is of not much of a use, right? Unless you are telling me both of you are competing for the same guy, then your relationship would do. So have any advice managing your new lady boss? Have a good conversation with him. Anything to do with managing people, first thing is to have a good conversation with him. Second thing is to try to find out, obviously you know the birth date because you can find the day pillar. Read the person's structure, understand the structure and the profile, work on the structure and profile. Give what the profile want. Working with people is about giving people what they want. Okay? Working with yourself is about finding people that do things that you don't do. That is working with yourself. Working with other people is to give them what they want. Okay, it's like a drug dealer job. Cool, guys. That's it. For today. Happy that all of you are with me today. All about 300 of you around. Okay, so see you again next month. Okay, and hopefully everyone is being safe. For those of you who are observing whatever movement control that you're observing, please do observe the movement control. Please don't put us all into a big lockdown again. It's especially for companions chart people is a bit scary. Right, so take care everyone. Bye see you all.